Hi friends, Tina did it here and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another fall decor for you. I have this pumpkin on a pillar or pumpkin stand. This would look great by the fireplace or just simply by a front door. And I made this using all Dollar Tree items, so if you want to see how I made this, just keep on watching. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm going to start on my fall decor now. If you missed out on this bench that's under $10 to make, you definitely have to check that out. I will put the link to that video down in the description. And now that's enough talking. Now let's get started. So I have a few pieces of wood left from the bench that I've made, so I'm going to take one of them and that's going to be my pillar. If you don't have any woods, or if you didn't decide to do the bench and use the stud, you could also use a pack of Pringles and just spray paint that. But do add weights in the Pringle. If you're going to use a Pringle container, you can add some stones or rocks in there just to add extra weight to this. But I'm going to take that piece of wood. If you do have this wood from the bench project, just go ahead and sand it down, and that's what I'm going to use today for this project. Now I'm going to go in with these two Happy Easter box frames. I believe I got those for like $1 each. It was like an after Easter sale, but they have these at Dollar Tree almost all year round. It just depends on the season and holiday. If you do end up with glitter on yours though, like mine here, I'm just going to sand it down because I will be painting these, and it's good to just take off the glitter first and then go ahead and paint it. So I did that to one of them. The other one, I'm not really going to worry about the glitter and painting the outside because that's going to be the bottom of the pillar. Now I'm just going to take off the sticker back there and the little hook that's in the back. I took off the hooks with just a pair of scissors and it comes right off. It's very easy. Now for the frame that has the glitter, I'm only going to paint the inside of it. I'm not going to worry about the bottom. Like I said, that bunny, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to be the bottom of my stand. Now for the other one, I am going to paint where the bunny is and the inside here as well. And I'm also going to paint the wood piece on the side there. And I'm going to paint all of them with this Snow White paint by Apple Barrel. While we were painting the bunny, it started peeling off. I don't know if it's like some form of cardboard or sticker. So what we ended up doing is we started peeling it off, but it wouldn't come off easily. So what we ended up doing is we used a wet paintbrush and wet the entire thing, and with the sandpaper just rub it off. And it's very smooth. I know on camera it doesn't look smooth, but yeah, it's not bumpy at all. So that's how we got the bunny picture off. But yes, so I went and painted that as well, and then that's the bottom one. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about the bunny because that's going to be the bottom of the stand. Now that everything is painted and dry, it's time to put this all together. So I'm going to go in with my E6000 and I'm going to apply glue to the wood piece itself and just have it standing between the two box frames. Before I forget to mention, if you like videos that are straight on point and cute and simple projects like this one, and you love to save money, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified every time I upload a video. Now I'm just going to make sure that that's centered, and I'm going to do the same thing to the top, apply E6000 and place in the second box frame. Now I'm just going to set that aside to dry. Now I'm going to go in with this pumpkin wreath form from Dollar Tree. Here I have two of them. The goal here is to have the two pumpkin wreath back to back to create that 3D look. Now I got these zip ties from Dollar Tree. It's 60 in a pack and it's in the color black. I feel like the darker the color you use is better. Especially if you're not going to spray paint your pumpkin. Of course, you can go ahead and spray paint the wire to make it fit your style, but I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm going to go in with these black zip ties, and I'm going to place 3 at the bottom, one on each side, and then 2 at the top where the stem is. While I'm doing that, I would like to ask you all one question. When do you start decorating for Christmas? I have one project in mind and I'm dying to do it, but I just feel like it's a little too early. So when do you start making Christmas projects? Let me know down in the comments. The pumpkin here was getting a little wobbly, so I had my sister help me out. She's holding the wreath while I take care of the zip ties, and I put 1 on each side like I said, and then 2 at the stem. And make sure to pull them tight. You need them secure. You could add a little bit of glue before the zip tie so that way the wreath forms glue to each other, but as for me, the zip ties were enough, and yeah, I didn't need to apply any glue. Now that I'm sure that they're all nice and tight, I'm going to go around with wire cutters or scissors and cut the extra strands. Now here's where it gets a little tricky, and one advice is that it was probably a better idea to work on the pumpkin like I'm doing now before gluing the top box frame onto the wood piece. Does that make sense? So that way the top wooden frame would be sitting on the table while I'm doing this, but it worked anyway. But I just recommend that you place the pumpkin and you glue it before gluing it onto the long wood piece. But basically what I'm going to do is add some duct tape or just any tape to the sides of the wreath. That way I could apply glue in the center. Do you see where I'm applying the tape there? And then I skip one section and then I apply tape to the third section, if that makes sense. And that way I could apply E6000 in the middle section where there's no tape. So like I said, I grabbed my E6000 and I put a whole lot in the middle and I let that completely dry. So even with the tape, my pumpkin was a little bit wobbly still, so for extra support, I put 2 Jenga pieces, 1 on each side, so that way it doesn't tilt. And later on, I went ahead and added 2 cubes and 1 Jenga piece to hold the wreath in the middle of the wood frame, if that makes sense. So it's like a bridge, and it's like basically wrapped and pushed against the wires. Now I'm going to go in with this garland, and it's basically time to decorate. Use whatever you have on hand. I did pick up a few things from Dollar Tree like garlands and pumpkins, and basically I'm just going to decorate this entire thing. But before decorating, make sure your E6000 up there with the wreath form is completely dry. You might even want to leave this overnight. But basically, to wrap this around the wood piece, I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to go around and wrap it around for decoration. You could use the leaf garland or you can just put a bow. Like I said, take the idea, make it your own, make it fit your style. Here I just pulled out everything I've had and purchased from Dollar Tree, and basically I'm going to go in with the leaf garland first and put all my pumpkins in there, pine cones. A lot of things here I purchased this year, but I believe the pine cones were from last year, and those glitter leaves that you see on the side, those were from last year as well. I threw in some sunflowers, and the little glitter pumpkins are from this year, the little picks. They actually come in a pick and you can just pull it off. But yeah, so that's my little pumpkin, and that's the bottom. I'm going to add some leaves onto the bottom and decorate a little more, and I'll be right back. Just a quick reminder, if you're going to be placing this outside, you might want to use hot glue on the bottom pieces, like whatever you're going to add to the bottom, like pine cones or these leaves for an example, because it could be a little windy. You don't want things to start flying away. Now that I'm done with all of that, there is one little thing left. I picked up this bow at Dollar Tree. It comes 2 in a pack, and as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. I thought it was super cute, but I felt like it was a bit much if I put it on the wood piece itself, so I did just apply some hot glue on the back, and I hot glued it to the stem of the pumpkin. up on top. And here's how it looks from the back. And yeah, I love how this project turned out. And here it is by my bench, which by the way, I will be placing outside by my front door. But here's how it looks. I'm definitely in love with this. I love the way you can add whatever you'd like inside and make it fit your style. And like I said, you could also spray paint the wreath form and make it different colors. But I'm definitely in love with this, and I feel like it looks expensive but didn't cost us that much to make at all. I just realized you could also add lights to this, but let me know what you think. You know, I'd love to hear from you, so make sure to stop by the comment section and let me know what you think of this. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more fun DIYs. And make sure to share with your friends. Help them save some money. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!